This podcast is meant for mature audiences only and contains strong sexual language. Welcome to Sex, Love, and the Black Experience with your hosts, mskikilove and msneshab of Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses. We're just two dope sisters who love to talk about sex and give our amazing guests a platform to share their experiences and expertise as it pertains to sex, love, and the Black experience. So let's get started. All right. So, welcome to Sex, Love, and the Black Experience podcast with your Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses. I am a co-host, Miss Nisha B, and I am going to bring on our other co-host, Miss Kiki Love. Say hello, everybody.
What's up?
Hey. Woo. So today we always kind of do our therapy session before we bring our guests on. And so what you want to talk about today? Like, I know we saw each other yesterday. That was a really good meeting.
Yeah, that was. It was helping out two of our homies. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to the fam.
Yes. We're going to have them on one day, too.
Yeah, we are. We're going to have a little family tree session. It was nice to hear their perspectives and them hear our perspectives about business and, helping them, get the tools that they need to, start their businesses and, all that kind of cool stuff. So it was awesome.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's like when you have a group of friends, you want to meet people where they are, basically, right. And you feel like everybody is not into business, right. But there's a few of us that are doing our own business. And so It's like, why not, iron sharpens iron. So why don't we, it was kind of like a subgroup of our overall friend group.
Right.
And we got together and just kind of shared our goals for business. And then we picked accountability partners. Yeah. We set goals, and we're just going to keep each other on track to make sure that whatever it is that we want to do in business, that we are supporting each other. We even talked about collabs, like doing different things. Different people in our group had different talents.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we could do some collab around that, right?
So, a lot of things, like, they didn't know that wanted to start the lingerie line. They had no idea about that. They were like, what?
Yeah.
And the ideas that I have around it. So
yeah. Don't go into detail.
Yeah, ain't nobody going into detail. Yeah. It's just, but there's a lot of things that, us as business partners that we want to do, not only together, but separately, right? Mm-hmm. So it was really cool, you know what I'm saying, to like, they were like, oh my God, we didn't know that you guys wanted to do X, Y, and Z and all that kind of stuff. So it was really cool to get their perspectives on those things,
Yeah, and it's always good to keep it in the family, or right. As like Fleek says, circulate the bag.
Right.
# circulate the bag.
Right.
So if we're going to do business with people, why not start in your own backyard?
Exactly.
And
I don't
keep
be
the
trusting
money in the
these
family.
niggas out here in these street corners. I ain't got time.
Yeah. But that was really good. And now we have our accountability partners. Yes. And basically what we're going to do is each week we're going to, we set our goals, mm-hmm. and we talk to each, it's like a 5-minute call. We talk to each person and we say what our goals are for the week, right. to our accountability partner. And then the next week when we talk, we follow up to see, did we reach those goals? Did we do those things? And then we set our new goals for the next week.
Right.
And for me, having an accountability partner works because you never, like, I can disappoint myself, but I can't disappoint my accountability partner. Right. So it keeps me on my toes.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. So what did you learn from the experience? Like, what did you learn from wanting to do this, right?
Well, I learned that I'm a little bit more knowledgeable than I thought. I didn't realize I had, there's some, I'm still learning, but I was like, wow, the fact that, there were a couple people, well, at least one person in our group who's never done a business before, and really kind of relies on our knowledge and expertise just based off of our experience. And as you share that, then you're like, wow, I kind of am a little bit more knowledgeable than I thought. But also, I learned that I just like to help. I love to help people. I love to share what I know. And I also learned that teamwork makes the dream work. What'd you learn?
I learned a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? I learned that networking is crucial to any business, because they were like, we didn't know you knew that person. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, my network of people and who I know and, all of that. Because, like I said, Black Phoenix is fucking small. Like, shout outs to the Dark Phoenix on Instagram. And they just posted something. And I saw this, they made this reel yesterday about the percentage of Black folks and where we reside in Phoenix. And of course, most of these niggas live on the south side, you know what I'm saying? And so, we're only less than 10% out here. So me, you and Fleek were just having our, our team meeting this morning. And I'm like, he didn't know who I knew. You know what I'm saying? Because he was asking us about this event. And he was like, oh, you going to, X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, oh, yeah, my cousin. And he was like, that's your cousin? I'm like, yeah, that's some family shit.
You know everybody.
Stop it.
Everybody know Kiki. I took my dad out for First Friday, and we went to all these places, and he said, Kiki, everybody know you. We felt like a rock star. We was getting freebies and everything. I was like, Kiki know everybody.
Stop it. But it's important to build your network, and it's important that, have a solid, like, foundation of, who's who and what's what, especially in Black Phoenix, because like I said, Black Phoenix is very fucking small, and everybody know everybody, whether you believe so or not, even if you just, you in the house, but your network is your network, and, it's very expansive. So I'd be like, yeah, I know this person, that person, I know so-and-so from so-and-so and so-and-so, because it's literally like 2 degrees of separation out here.
Right.
So your network is your network. And so when I was throwing names out, I was helping them. I'm like, okay, you can use, this person for that. You can use this person for that. Okay, when you get to this level, you can use this person to, do what you need to do. And they were like, dang, how you know all these people? Fucking networking, going outside, my nigga. Like, you gotta go outside. Even through these Panoramic Express pizza box situations. You see what I'm saying? Even though we still in a pizza box. You still got to go outside, my nigga.
Yeah. Also, too, in networking, I'm excited because I've been finding really amazing groups of people who are our audience, when it comes to talking about alternative lifestyles, poly, BDSM, anything, or anything related to being melanated and sexual health and wellness, all of those different things. And I connected with a really amazing poly group. Poly alternative lifestyle, and had some really great conversations in there, and really making connections and meeting people. So that to me was amazing, and also learning, what I'm saying, learning from people's different perspectives when it comes to different lifestyles. So I'm the type of person that I like to hear directly from the horse's mouth. Like, you can read and do all that stuff, yes, but you also want to talk to people that are
in the
living their true self, living that life, living poly, all of those different things. And also just immersing yourselves in those different communities, because we are catering to a lot of those communities, right. With different topics and stories and discussions, right. and our expo having different classes, yep. and conversations that, you know, suit their needs. Yeah. And so that was is important to networking as well. So really excited to be really connecting with people. And then a lot of people are always asking us, what's black and kinky in Phoenix, right. or I'm coming in town, what's happening, where's this group, or I just moved here from another state and I'm trying to find my tribe, I'm trying to find my people. So it's really good to connect with a lot of these different communities and you know, just have a good time, you know. So that was, for me, that was really cool this week.
Yeah, I didn't get to join the group.
Yeah,
I didn't get to join.
I sent you the invite though.
Yeah, they didn't put me in there.
Why? Did you fill out the thing?
Nah, I ain't fill it out.
Well, friend. That's why.
Yeah, they was like, no, nigga, you lame. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's cool.
But I represent.
Yeah, I, you know, for me, because I'm in a different, you know, space and time in my life, I don't need a whole bunch of, you know, yeah.
I think it was good because it was good conversations. And I think you could contribute to the conversation because you're polygynous.
Yeah.
So, and there were people in the group that were saying they were looking for sister wives and that whole type of thing. So that's why it's changed. It used to be a poly group and then it changed to poly and alternative lifestyle, which,
because
it kind of brings everybody under that umbrella. And I hate the word alternative, but it really is saying like alternative to what is considered traditional monogamy relationships.
Yeah, people get it fucked up when you say, you know, poly versus polygynous versus, you know, all the other, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. And I tell them, I'm polygynous. I'm not poly. I'm not out here, you know, trying to look for 2, 3, 9 girlfriends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's cool. But, you know, I got other groups.
Right. I mean, that's the cool thing about us being a partnership, because you have your connections, I have connections, and together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We bring those connections together.
Right.
And really, really excited that coming up we will be
in Tucson.
Yes. At the Southwest Love Fest.
No, the Love Fest.
No, it's called the Southwest Love Fest.
Yes.
It's in Tucson. Yes. It's a polyamorous organization.
Yes.
And we will be featured speakers.
Yes.
Talking about sex toys for solo play, couples play, and group play.
Yes.
So we're really excited to be like establishing our brand and, you know, out there talking about what it is that we know, as well as participating in the workshops and learning from other people, connecting, networking, all of those different cool little things. So definitely be on the lookout for us. Follow us at omgoddesses20 on Facebook and Instagram, and omgoddesses on Twitter.
Yes.
Because and definitely join our VIP list at omgoddesses.com.
Yes.
Because we will keep you in the know of all the cool things that we have coming up, like our dungeon bingo.
Yes, that's gonna be live. We're excited. June 10th. At the Elks Lodge. Shout outs to the Elks, man.
Yes,
good.
Yes.
And it's gonna be live. Like, we're really, you know, presenting ourselves in this community, and we're super, super excited that the Elks, you know, gets us
rocking with us.
Yeah, they get us. They understand what we're about, and it's cool. So
it's fun and educational.
Fun. Yeah, so we're going to have a good time June 10th at 7:30. Get your fucking tickets. Go to our website.
Sexy attire is required. I got my outfit.
Wait, I seen that shit, my nigga.
It's going to be sexy.
Yeah, I'm going to come in like SpongeBob.
She's not coming in as SpongeBob.
I'm coming in
sexy
SpongeBob.
attire is required.
Maybe Tinkerbell.
Sexy attire is required. And she gonna be sexy too.
Maybe Tinkerbell, my nigga.
Whatever. We ain't even say no. No, we gonna keep it spicy. We gonna keep it sexy. The one thing that I'm noticing is that we need more BDSM performers, experts in the Phoenix area.
Yeah. Everybody that I follow, you know, like Sir Marvelous, you know.
Shout out.
Yes. Everybody.
Y'all should comment too if y'all want him to come back to our expo because we really were thinking about bringing Sir Marvelous back because a lot of people didn't really get to see
the full effect,
the amazing show that he did. So if y'all want to see Sir Marvelous at our Melanated Sex Expo 2024, please comment
and
below.
Dr. Tamara Rose, yes, you can't forget Dr. Tamara.
Oh, and Dr. Tamara Rose, of course, absolutely,
the amazing queen that she is,
and some other people.
Yes, that was amazing. Like, man, we had so many people like Kinky Kira. We had Styles doing his thing. We had Narada doing his thing. Shout outs to Sex with Jasmine. She did her thing. When I tell you she was sucking on them cucumbers and them oranges upstairs, I was like, God damn it.
I hate that I missed the class.
Yeah, man, I sure fucking did. I was hot. Yeah. But no, like when I tell you everybody is still talking about this event, they're still like, when can we get our tickets, my nigga? I'm like, the tickets are coming when they come, nigga. Yeah. So,
but join our VIP list.
Yes, because
you'll be the first to get the updates. Yep. We'll probably have like early bird ticket prices. Yes. All of that different stuff.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, shout outs to Southwest Love Fest for having us come down to Tucson. We're really, really excited to bring some melanated, things. I'm excited to meet Miss K. I'm excited to meet Zach. His name is Zach. Some other brown people that are going to be in the fucking building. I'm excited for that. Yes. So I can't wait. She responded. She was like, I can't wait to meet y'all. I was like, listen, Miss K, listen. So we are networking. Excited. Yeah, we are truly, truly thankful for Southwest Love Fest for having our raggedy asses come to their event and bring a little, paprika, little seasoned salt, a little high blood pressure to the situation, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be cool. Like, we're excited. There's gonna be some stuff, so please get your tickets. If you have not gotten your tickets, we do have a code for y'all for your ticket. If you go to the website and then at checkout, if you do Orgasmic Melanin, you can get a couple of dollars off your ticket.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, it's next week from the 14th to the 16th, y'all. So we're excited.
Make sure you join us. Absolutely. Yes. We're going to have a ball.
Yeah, we're going to be out in Tucson. What the fuck is in Tucson, friend? Because I still don't know. What's in Tucson, friend? What, you know what I'm saying?
Desert.
Yeah, because we went out there.
U of A.
We went out there, a few weeks ago. And, we had some rat-tat-tat-tat barbecue. And I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, we have to figure out some other restaurants. The barbecue restaurant was not restauranting. It was not restauranting. So in the comments section, if let
you
us
live
know some
Tucson,
good restaurants to go check out.
Because it was tied, and we're not gonna name the name.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, it was tied.
if you recommend a barbecue restaurant and that's the name of it, we gonna tell you nope, thank you. That's all. But
it was tied. So so please, if you know of any restaurants in Tucson, please give us some, because we are both foodies.
Yes.
So please give us some recommendations for some good eats out there. But we're going to take a little break.
Yes.
And we'll be back with our special guests because we got 2 special guests in the motherfucking building and we excited.
Yeah, they a little bit of eye candy.
Yeah.
Too. They they a little too young for me, but they some eye candy.
Oh Lord, they a little too young and tender, friend.
Well, so last night, my husband and I, we met some people, and I was like, "Oh, they all young." It's like when you get to our age,
right?
Everybody's younger than you,
right.
But that's a whole nother story. We're gonna take a break, y'all, and we will be back with our special guest.
Yes.
We are Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses, where we make sex education and discovery fun for the BIPOC community. Join us on all social media platforms as we have amazing events coming your way. Are back as Sex, Love, and the Black Experience with the Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses. And y'all, we got some eye candy for y'all, but very talented,
yes.
Smart, just, you know what I'm saying? It's more than just the eye candy, we about intelligence and everything. So I am going to put the camera on everybody, and I'm going to let our guests introduce themselves, and we'll start off with you, young man.
What's going on? I'm Narada Jay.
Yeah.
This is actually my second time.
Yes.
Second of many times on the podcast.
We love that. Yes.
Welcome.
Oh, dang.
And now you got to introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Vibes with Jerran. This is my first time here.
So. And welcome, and not your last time.
Not my last time. Yes. Appreciate you guys having me too.
Of course.
Thank you for
reaching
coming
out. Seriously, we love it.
Absolutely. So, with Sex, Love, and the Black Experience, we're going to talk a little bit about sex, but first we want to talk about you guys and what you do and the community. I want to talk about music. I want to talk about music in the Phoenix area. Like, how is that working? Like, the connections and, how does that help with your career? All of those different things I want to talk about. And then we're going to talk about, the goody as well.
Yes.
So just kind of talk about what it is that you do, what you got going on out here, and where you're from, and just Narada, your journey here in Phoenix.
Let's see. So I've been living here for about 4.5 years now. Originally from Columbia, South Carolina. I moved there just because I wanted to try something new, something different. So initially I was looking at like Charlotte, Atlanta area. Wanted to try something outside of the box, so I came out west. It's been cool. Musically, I've been writing music since I was about 15 years old. I just started recording music probably about 4 years ago. So, so for a while it was just spoken word. So I started writing music, then it became like spoken word. Then I got back into music. Now it's like a mixture of the two. Network wise, I work with some artists. I don't work with a lot of artists for different reasons. I do feel like it's a little tough to find someone who is as passionate about it as I am, and who has the same mindset. And I will say that I said I wasn't going to talk about this like ever, but there was one time I reached out to work with an artist, and I got burned on paying for a feature that I never got. I'm not gonna say the artist's name. You know, I'm not even gonna put that out there. I don't even put that type of energy out there, but
their initials are.
Right.
We don't say no names, but their initials are.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga out here.
But now, like,
we don't play them type of games.
The funny thing is, I'm not even mad at it. You know, it's just I'll take my L, I move on. Like, it's not gonna stop me at all.
Absolutely.
You know? So it just is what it is. Lesson learned. But
you tell me later so I can be like, fuck that nigga. Yeah.
So let me ask you this really quickly, like, because you consider going to Atlanta, where like Atlanta is supposed to be like the hot spot for music and all of that. Do you feel like, in terms of the music industry, how has Phoenix helped you in that journey to music?
I feel like when it comes to like Atlanta and Charlotte, the fact that there's a lot of Black people that are doing a lot can be a good or a bad thing.
Right.
It can work out to your favor, or it can be a thing where it's like oversaturated with a lot of people who look alike that are doing the exact same thing.
Right.
Phoenix kind of gave me an opportunity to stand out more than I would have in like in Atlanta or Charlotte. I don't know if you've ever been to Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah.
But almost every guy you walk past, every other guy is gonna look like me. Dreads,
right,
beard, so
right.
that's just a down south thing, you know. So I think that it's dope out here. I like the energy out here. It just gave me an opportunity to kind of maneuver and do things and kind of stand out more.
Yeah, cool. What about you?
Oh man, see, I was born in Texas and I was raised in California, so.
Oh, okay.
What part of California?
Ontario, San Bernardino.
Okay.
Oh no, but I've been in LA a lot.
Northern California.
She's northern. I used to live in Riverside.
Riverside, yeah. I went to RCC Norco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Norco. I used to work in Norco.
Oh God.
I didn't like the smell there. Them horses. I was
like, they changed that up though.
I heard it. I heard you can't smell it anymore.
It's not no pastures and stuff like
Back
that.
in the day though, it was like, I'm going to Norco.
Well, I got started with music because my cousin, he was doing music and I wanted to be just like him. So he inspired me. So I took a hiatus. I was doing something for some artists in California. I'm not going to say their names. It's not that time. And then I took a hiatus. And then when I moved out here, I met Cosmic. And Cosmic was me with him were talking about my podcast. And then he's like, well, you look like an artist. I'm like, well, I can rap. He's like, well, you need to come to my show. Yeah. And it was in Club Downtown, and then that's how I got started.
So let's talk about Cosmic. What does Cosmic do? So people know.
Yeah, Cosmic he runs the hottest shows on Wednesday called Poetic Soul.
Yes,
you guys have to go.
Shout out.
Yeah, you have to go. It's like a whole vibe, like local artists. Local artists. So yeah, like even for you, man, you should pull up.
Yeah, you should go out there and perform.
Yeah.
I got up there and I did a poem. I want to get back on my creative side, so I think I want to get back to like writing.
And it's getting bigger now. Like he's doing so big. He's doing so much right now for the community and stuff. So I'm about to be 1 year performing at Poetic in June. So I dropped my song. Yeah, I dropped my song High Vibes, and it's been top 40 on the reverbnation right now. So
awesome.
I was nervous. I was really nervous about it. Yes, appreciate it.
I love it.
So I got things coming. From me being out here in Phoenix, and because I'm a hippie, so I go with the flows and the vibes and everything. So I've been reaching out to people, and I'm about to do a show in Vegas on my birthday in May on the 12th. But my birthday's on Mother's Day, so happy early birthday for me. And then I'm about to be at this AZ Cannabis Festival next week.
All right.
Local lyricist type of thing. So and then I just launched my podcast, The Vibes with Jerran Show, on Spotify. So it's about positivity. So I've been trying to tap into a lot of things.
Congratulations.
So appreciate you.
We'd love to come on your show too.
Oh yeah.
Have us on there.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
All vibes.
All vibes.
Yeah.
All
and
vibes.
Speaking of podcasts, we do want to, just offer our condolences to Belle. There is a podcast called the Black and Kinky Podcast. It's a lifestyle podcast. They were giving a perspective on swinging from a Black perspective. They were a married couple. And she announced on IG that Bomber, her husband, died.
Oh, man.
And he interviewed us for the Melanated Sex Expo. So just condolences to Belle and her family. and so sorry for your loss.
Yes, our condolences to you and your family during this time, because it was crazy. Like we literally just had a conversation with Bomber, and it was so bomb. The conversation was so dope, and he was just such a good, like, humble dude. And when we found out, she texted me. Actually, she called me, and I was still working. I was still on the grind. And then she texted me, and I was like, and then hours later, I'm like looking at my phone, and I'm like, what? Yeah. So I go on Instagram, and I'm like, you lying.
42 years old.
It's crazy.
So like, that really broke my heart. But the reason why it broke my heart is because she found her partner to live her truth, and you know what I'm saying? And I thought about, like, will she ever find someone like, you know what I'm saying? And then it made me think of my situation, because I met my husband this month on the 16th will be our 6-month wedding anniversary.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. And I don't think I'll ever find anybody like him. So I'm like, oh my God, like, I'd be devastated. You know what I'm saying? Because with him, I'm able, you know, to live my truth and live with him, and just have that amazing connection. And so it even went deeper for me, thinking about just like connections and partnerships and things like that. So but when you had mentioned it, I was like, yeah, we really have to you know, give our condolences, because I just couldn't imagine losing my life partner. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of life partners, are any of you guys dating, or
what's your status?
Yeah, what y'all doing? Like, y'all just out here in these streets? What's going on?
Because the world want to know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really want to get too detailed.
You ain't got to go too detailed.
Yeah, I'll just.
But you could if you want to. You know what I'm saying? This is the great place to do it.
I'll say I'm not available. I'll just put it like that.
Okay.
Not really gonna go into detail, but I'm not available.
I know y'all out here crying and shit. Po babies. Okay. Do you find it? What about you?
Oh man, see me, I'm a hippie, so I'm spiritual. So I'm still healing from what I needed to do. For growing wise. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
I can talk to people, but like getting serious right now, no. I gotta stay on the grind mode right now. My self-love, my self-worth is more important than put a title.
Absolutely.
That's why. So
no. Absolutely. I believe that that's important, because what I find is a lot of people will jump from relationship to relationship, and then they wonder why it's the same pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in this relationship with this person, and then I'm in this relationship, and it's like, it's the same thing that's happening. Well, the only common denominator in the relationship are you.
Right.
So sometimes you have to do some self-work, work on yourself on certain things. And it might not be, might not be that you're doing something bad or something like that. That they could be toxic relationships. Those people are not good for you. But then you have to ask yourself why you continue to attract that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So maybe you do need to work on your self-love and your self-worth, so that you don't attract that shit no more. You understand what I'm saying? And I've gone years without relationships, dating, and like, it would kill my friends more than me. Like, I remember when I was celibate like 6 years, and my friends were like, I killed myself. I'm like, really? Like, they were more bothered by it than I was. Right. But during that time,
you needed to find yourself. During that
time. I dated myself. Yeah. I enjoy. I'm like, if you can't enjoy yourself, how the fuck you expect somebody to enjoy spending time with you, and you can't stand you? You be like, I can't be alone. No. Well, damn, don't nobody want to be alone with you either.
You have to go to solitude.
Right.
Like, you have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because if you are attracting the wrong thing, you're attracting the wrong energy. Like,
so that means you ain't fucking either?
I'll leave that to be.
Wait, you didn't say all that.
No intimacy.
I ain't say all that. But,
you know.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. No, you know, I've gone through those moments too, where I was like, I don't even want to do that either. And then I've gone through my whole moments. You know, we all had them little whole moments.
I be one of my phases. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody has a whole phase.
Or a couple.
Or a couple.
Or three.
Going up.
Or maybe you on your 9th whole phase, and that is fine.
That's fine. We don't yuck anybody's yum.
Yeah,
we don't judge nobody.
fine.
Everybody got to go through what they got to go through.
That's fine.
But the question is, are you
9th
happy
phase.
in that? Are you what are you looking for in those? Like if you just like, this works for me, that's cool. But if you not wanting to do that and you doing it, that's when it's like,
I think I'm on my 20th whole phase, my nigga. I think I'm on my like 20th. You know what I'm saying? Because I have spurts. You know what I'm saying? Through my little teenage years, my little 20s. Now I'm in my 30s, about to be in my 40s. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, okay, let me ski skirt a little bit.
Ski skirt.
You know what I'm saying? Let me ski skirt up out of here. So, you know, when I hit that 40 mark, I'll be chill. You know what I'm saying? So when I meet my husband, I can be a hoe with him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's wonderful when you find somebody to be a hoe with.
Yeah.
Like when you find your your
nigga.
partner to just do everything you want to do. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I'm telling y'all, it's a wonderful thing. So you guys are like what, in your 30s?
I'm 31.
Okay.
I'm 35.
Okay, so you guys are in your 30s. So how do you find it? Like, how's the dating world? You feel like it in your 30s compared to your 20s?
I don't know. It's kind of all over. Being somebody like me, I was raised very old school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to relationships and stuff. And
right, so it was South Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
South Carolina. So I'm very old school in my approach. I still believe that a man should be able to provide and take care of his family, things of that sort, which is kind of becoming like lost nowadays. Like that's not as big of a thing as it once was.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of men who don't necessarily want to be that. There are a lot of women who I've even heard say they don't care if a man. Yeah, they don't care if a man can do that or not. I've even had women tell me that I'm thinking too much into it. So I'm just like, I don't even know how to respond to that really. But
right.
It's a little different. I will say social media has a huge impact on dating. I think that it's giving people a false sense of pride, I guess, where they're less likely to work through relationship issues because at the swipe of a finger, you got somebody different now. It seems like nowadays people are more fixated on this fact that I can move on quickly if I need to. Like,
this didn't work out.
I don't need you. Like that's is a big thing now. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard people be like, well, they're looking even marriage like, well, if it don't work out, I'll just get a divorce. I'm like,
no.
It's that simple for you? Like,
no.
That's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother level to just think, well, if it don't work out, I'll just get a divorce. So, but you're right. It's like that whole, just mindset of just move on. And I think it's harder when kids are involved too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What about you?
Man, it's now what you can do for the person, not what they can do for you anymore. It's more selfless. No selfish. You can say that. Like if a person went through trauma, then they think the next person or the next dude or female is going to be the same way. So it's more of caution to be in a relationship now.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't have the same values like he was saying. Like I grew up from the South, so
right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sirs. And love. Like falling intentions for love. And now it's not for love. It's more for lust or for a trend. So
what do you mean by, elaborate on that by trend?
Now you see people like want to show that behind the scenes that everything's good, like with the cards, that the self dates and stuff like that. But it's not really like that. Like you don't know what nobody's going behind closed doors. Everybody in society looks like it's all good and lovey and stuff like that. But when you see them out in public, like the energy's off. And it's like, man, I don't like this person. And in the pictures,
that card challenge trend
that made me laugh so hard. Like,
what's that?
So so on Instagram right now, there's a trend going on. It's like when couples do like date night and they'll do like cue cards and doing like their favorite thing to do. Like you can pick like a movie or dinner.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
And things like that. But like what Jay's talking about is that's not real life. That's not what's going on in reality. Like I think of social media as a whole, I think of it as like a whole big, like the Truman Show.
Right.
If you've ever seen the Truman Show, then you know what I'm talking about. There's reality and then there's reality, right? And social media is not reality. It's some fake phony shit for people. That's why you ain't never catching the man sandwich on my Instagram, bro.
Right.
Like, get out of here. Like,
well, not only that, I think it causes anxiety because people are looking at, ooh, they living their best life, and they don't know behind the scenes. You're right. Yeah, what the real deal is. So you cannot look at other people. Like, you see people and they're like, oh, it's great, it's great, it's great. Then next thing you know, so and so they've announced divorce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, wait a minute. They was just talking about how everything was amazing and wonderful, but they're not really giving the real when it comes to relationships. So you guys feel like because of that, is it very difficult to crack, like when you're starting to develop these relationships with people, you feel like it's like a difficult nut to crack around relationships?
Yeah, I'll say that. It's because it's harder to find genuine people nowadays.
Right.
Like it's just a lot of people they're more fascinated with having something to post on social media rather than actually developing something real with someone. So yeah, it definitely becomes difficult. It leaves people in a space of constantly finding a new person, just because it's something to seem one way, then you'll get with someone and you're like, oh, okay, this isn't really what I thought. This isn't what I planned on at all. And it's communication is a big thing and people that's lacking in many relationships nowadays.
Yeah, I remember you were saying something about people have trauma and then they bring it to the relationship with you, and then you have to pay for the sins basically of their previous relationships. How do you manage that? Like, if someone has that, like, what do you do or what do you say to them?
Patience, honestly, because you don't just want to give up on a potential good person, a good partner. So I say more so patience. Like, I tell people, let's meditate. Let's go walk on the beach or something. Let's go take a trip. Let's go do something. But
so you don't give up, like, oh, you got too many issues, I'm done.
If it's too toxic, yeah. Like, it's toxic. I see too many red flags. No, I'm not gonna waste my energy or my time. So much more I could do.
But if it's something that is easily to work on through therapy, and we can work on it together, then you'll be willing to work on it.
If the other person's willing to, yeah.
Right.
I'm more so like peace. I want peace. I don't want no drama. I don't want to argue.
But I think most men want peace.
Nah,
I think most
we like, some of them like toxic.
Some men are toxic. I had a toxic relationship prior to that
drama. They like that. They like all that ooh la la. But most men want peace in their home.
That's true.
Most
women do too. Well, I'm the type of person, I feel like in your home, like, you go out here and you got to fight the whole world.
Well, that's black people.
When I come when I come home, it's supposed to be peaceful.
Yeah.
Like, my partner is peace. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I think, especially like as black men and black women, we know that we always got to go out here and fight just being black. Yeah. So when you come home, it's like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't fight each other. Don't go up against each other. Really, support each other. I think a lot of times society pits the black woman and the black man,
of course,
against each other.
You know what I'm saying? For generations and generations.
When we're the ones that can relate to each other the most.
Right.
True facts.
And so it's nothing like dating a black man. I love it.
Listen, that's all I date, so I don't know nothing else. You know what I'm saying? People ask me, like, there was a young man in my Instagram, a white dude. And he was like, well, you don't date outside your race. And I'm like, no, I don't. It's not, I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, well, what if God brought you the perfect man, but he just happened to be white? I'm like, well, that's not of God, not to me. Not to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not what God has for me in my life. You see what I'm saying? God has a pure African. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So for me, in my household, my husband, the man that God has brought to me, is going to be a black man. Period. Right. Next case. So I can't, I can't solve world hunger. I can't solve all the other problems. But what I can do is be an example out here in the world of what a black woman is and what is not supposed to be. Right. And my husband is going to be a reflection of that, period. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be out here preaching Black liberation and black and all this blackness and then not have reflected in my partner.
Right.
I just can't, right? And that's part of why we do what we do, me and my business partner. So we out here promoting Black love around here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Black love is very important to the both of us. You know what I'm saying? So we for that.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like, again, like, we don't yuck people's yum.
Right.
It's not about saying that people can't, fall in love with whoever they fall in love with. For us, just our mission is just for our melanated people, just bringing awareness about, relationships, love, sex, all of those different things. And then people make the decisions, however they, make their decisions. Just for me, and then my background is I grew up in Detroit.
Yeah.
So in Detroit, everybody looked like me.
Right.
So I never really had to be like, oh, here's a white guy. I just always dated people that looked like me. It was access, that whole type of thing. And because of that, that just became my preference.
But for me, it's not even a preference. It's not. Like when I hear people saying when they date outside their race, oh, it's my preference. I'm like, no, you have a choice in the matter.
True.
You have a choice to.
Yeah, I prefer to be with a black man.
Right. Yeah, like you have a choice. You absolutely have a choice. There's a choice to want to date somebody outside your race. There's a choice to date, whomever you want to. So that's saying that, oh, that's my preference. Well, my preference is chocolate. But if my husband just happens to be, light skinned with green eyes and he comes in that package, you feel me? That's what it is too. I'm not going to knock that either. You see what I'm saying? Like, we come in all, the beauty of blackness, right, is that we all come in different colors. True. That's the beauty of it. So there's no need for me to date outside because there's all different types of black. Because we come in all different colors of the rainbow, so there's no need to. For me, I'm speaking for me, for me, okay? Right. So, yeah, no, I make a conscious decision every day.
I'm going to be with a black man.
Right, every day. Like, because they're out here in Phoenix, the options is limitations.
But you find when I first moved here, it was like a whole lot, like a lot of black women I knew, they would leave. They would come here and then they'd leave. Or if you saw black men with black women, it was because they came with them from whatever place that they came. And a lot of people I knew would leave here. And I was like, there's no way I'm just going to leave Phoenix just because, oh, there's no black men. I'm like, whatever God has for me, you know what I'm saying? It'll come to me. Even if it means I meet somebody in another state and bring them here or go out there. But I wasn't going to leave Phoenix because, oh, there's no black men. That's the same issue I have. That's why I was asking you too about the music scene and stuff. Like, people flock to New York or Atlanta or whatever. Oh, that's happening. Why can't we make it happen here? Right. Like, so many people are moving here in droves. This is a great opportunity to start and have some shit already here. Right. By the time all these people realize that Phoenix is popping, you know what I'm saying? We made it pop, you know? So it's like taking the opportunity to stand out, step up, and make shit happen where you live instead of flocking to where it's already saturated and everybody already doing everything. It's like, look for those hidden gems, those opportunities, those little pockets, and make it happen here. Or like, I hate when people say it's nothing to do here in Phoenix. I find shit all the time.
So
you gotta find it.
I guess they want you to knock on your door and be like, hey, fun is here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it is so many events. Sometimes, like, we're going to Tucson next weekend. Yep. And I was like, dang, all these events popping up down that weekend. We're going to be in Tucson. Right. And it's like, you have to make things happen for you. Right. Especially wherever you are.
Like, we just talked about that before you guys came on. Like, because we're less than 10% of the population, you have to find the blackness, right? You have to find the shit.
But it's here.
It's here, but it's hidden.
Right.
Because most of these niggas live on the south side, you feel me? That's where most of the black people reside. You have to find it, just like with the Melanated Sex Expo. People didn't know what was going to happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So they were like, you know, hesitant to come outside for that. But once they saw on Instagram, they was like, "We missed that, yeah, nigga, you missed it."
It was,
you know what I'm saying? It was fire, literally on fire. So don't even worry about it, pimp. Just get your goddamn ticket.
Right, join our VIP list so you'll know when the next one comes out.
Period.
So okay, so we talked about relationships and the superficial and how people are all into the IG, that whole type of thing. What about when it comes to sex and like, you know, like a lot of men don't like sex toys and you know, and they feel intimidated about us. Like, how do you feel like, just the way you explained around relationships, when it comes to sex, do you feel like it's changed? Social media might have impacted it, or the toys, or all these things. Like, what is your perspective on sex now?
Oh man, it's one of my favorite topics. I'll say, so real quick, I read an article late last year and it gave me some numbers. 1 in 3 women don't experience orgasms on the regular. There's
it's actually a larger number than that.
Yeah.
But, well, they experience. They don't. Yeah. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
And I believe it was 30% of women have never received an orgasm ever in their life.
Well, that number is actually higher than that.
Higher than that now?
Yeah. No, it's like 85%.
Well, it's a large percent that doesn't receive orgasms vaginally.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's what the 30% was.
Right.
No, it's even larger than that.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Larger than that. Now, they might have gotten an orgasm, but it might not have been vaginally.
Right.
So, but go ahead, finish.
So when it comes to that, so I mean, there's many reasons why that exists, but I do believe that a lot of it is men.
Yeah.
I think that there are a lot of men who they just have their one, 2 or 3 ways of doing things, and they do it to every woman they have sex with, and it's like, and they have this mindset of, if it works, it works. If not, I got mine, and then that's what a lot of men feel like.
Seriously, go ahead, finish. No, seriously, go ahead.
They have too much pride to take instruction and let a woman guide you to infinity and beyond. Like they.
Well, okay, I have to rebut that just a little bit. I hear you, right? I hear what you're saying, but we have to, ladies. I'm about to get on your ass in about 2.5.
Go ahead.
Okay, because in society, right, women are not allowed to be sexually free the way that women are, the way that men are, right? Mm-hmm. In this society, we are taught to be ladies, right? In society, we are taught to be ladies.
And we're also taught that sex, a lot of women think sex is for the man.
Right.
We're not supposed to feel the pleasure. As long as you get your nut, your man get off, then we've fulfilled our duty.
And so in the bedroom, right, there's 2 types of communication. There's verbal and nonverbal. Women are taught to be nonverbal in the bedroom, right? Where men are taught to be verbal in the bedroom. You ever notice when a woman does not communicate what she needs and what she wants in the bedroom? That's because she's been taught not to be verbal, right? In society, we are literally taught from birth, you have to act like a lady. That's how you're supposed to. That's how you're supposed to act. That's how you're supposed to be. Right. Put some womps on that shit. Because that's some bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm a cuss, spit, and fight. So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a woman at the end of the day. I'm still a lady at the end of the day. Can't nobody tell me that.
So women need to be more vocal. Because a lot of times what she's saying is, men may need instruction, but if a woman is not saying what, you know what I'm saying, what the instruction is or what they want, you know, then how are you even supposed to know? Right. So sex is a form of communication. It's going to take everybody involved. And I say everybody involved because it could be 1, 2 people. It could be group people, however y'all want to do it. It still has to be conversation. So I totally understand what you're saying, but go ahead and finish what you were saying.
And that is a valid point. And I feel like even when a woman is going to open up and communicate that, it's probably going to be to a guy who isn't going to listen anyway. Because he has too much pride, because he feels like, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Whereas somebody like me, I'm pump my shit real quick.
Oh, pump your shit. Pump your shit, King. I love it.
I consider myself an expert when it comes to that because I'm not willing to, well, I am willing to listen. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm too much of a man to take instruction. I've learned something from every woman I've ever been with. And I'm not afraid to get down there, explore, feel, look around. Oh, you like that? No, you like that? Okay, well, how about this?
Or assume, the one I was with before liked it, so you gonna like it too. No, that might not be their spot. That might not be what gets them off. Yeah.
Every woman is different, and I give this analogy to everybody. Women are like ovens. Men are like microwaves. Right? They ready like popcorn. Men are like popcorn. They want it that by. You ready? Let's go. Yeah. Women are pot roasts. It take a long time for us to cook. You dig what I'm saying? It literally takes for a woman for the refractionary period, right? Yeah, the big ass words. You know what I'm talking about? Big ass words today, friend. Refractionary period. It takes us at least 45 minutes to cook, right? To get us all the way there. 45 minutes. You look at Jared's face. He's like, wait a minute, hold up. Do you know what I can do in 45 minutes? Like, yeah, but it literally takes us 20 to 45 minutes to even get us to that point of insertion. Right? Yep. So crazy. I know it's blowing your mind today. Kings, it's blowing your mind.
I don't agree.
You don't agree? Go ahead,
Champ. Go on then, Champ. Go on in.
I don't agree. The thing is about that is, if a woman's comfortable with you, she willing to do anything.
And a woman can get.
See, I'm not going to do the same thing I'm going to do with, like, people think that porn is the prime example of education-wise. Foreplay is a must. It is a must. Come with massages. Set the mood with the room, the cooking and everything, especially. But me personally, I'm not going to be like, oh, what you like? I'm digesting you. I'm dissecting you while I look at you. I know what you want. Right. You don't need to be telling me what you want. Right. So let's just get to what needs to be done. But I don't focus on me. I know how a woman squirts. I know how a woman has orgasms. I know because I had the experience. I started young. I was like 12 when I lost my virginity. So push forward. Like, I use toys. I use a dick ring sometimes. I use the stuff that needs to be done for women.
So do you feel like toys, because some men feel like toys are a replacement.
No,
or
not
competition.
At all. Okay. Nah. You know, yeah. Big facts. Like, you know what you're capable of doing. You know what you're packing. That's adding more value to yourself.
Yes. It's like,
it's not that people are so.
You can only do so much. So that just help and enhance and add to the little plate. You know what I'm saying?
When her eyes roll to the back of the head and she's speaking in tongues, her toes curl. What you mean?
You like
pat yourself on the back. That's all it means. That's all it is.
Yeah,
I love that. No, because you do have men out here that are very fragile, and you do have men out here that be like, well, we need that for why we need that. We don't need that.
And I think it's all about introduction too, because if you are a woman and you introduce the toy as this is replacing you, or I'm using, like, I'm just for me, and you don't learn how to bring it in to enhance the experience, then yes, that can be intimidating. Or if you pull out some big phallic-y dick, you know what I'm saying? Man, like, wait, what's that? So there's so many other toys that you can use in different ways, where not only does it give you pleasure, but it may also give your partner pleasure. And then they're like, oh, so they get a different perspective on what what toys are, as opposed to, oh, you need this to get yourself off, and then I'm just kind of like an accessory. So like the toy is the main thing and I'm the accessory. So I think a lot of it has to do with the introduction. Well, now you kind of open, like, but do you have like an experience where like toys were first introduced to you and how you felt about it, or how the experience, like how it was introduced to you and how it made you feel?
It was kind of weird at first, but I wasn't tapped in how I am tapped in now.
Right.
I thought it, like you said, most men think it's a replacement.
Right.
And most men think like you pull out something like that, and then like if a man finishes too quick or something like that, then you're like, dang, she's still going, and blah, blah, blah. But it takes time and effort. That's how I see it.
Yeah. But was the introduction like when they introduced it, did you, how was the introduction? Did they just say, hey, let's do this? Or like, how did you feel? You know, what I'm asking is,
it was a backdrop to me. I was like,
okay.
oh God, what the hell is this?
Oh, okay, got you.
But yeah.
So it wasn't a conversation beforehand. They just pulled it out, whipped it out.
Just whipped it out.
Do you recommend that, or would you recommend that there be a conversation beforehand?
Let's see if you're comfortable first. Let's see if the other person's ready for that type of experience. Like you said, like he was saying, like most men don't want to even touch that stuff. Like, if you're pleasing your partner, you're pleasing your partner. That's all that really matters. Right. But no, you have to have a little talk and see if there's some type of comparison or you feel comfortable with.
Right. So ladies, basically don't just whip it out. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Don't just be a conversation first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with anything.
Yeah, like me and the man sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Because the man sandwich, he's older, so we have these conversations, and yes, sometimes he feels away, but I be like, sugar honey high iced tea. Listen. It's for me and you, pumpkin. Like, you gonna feel it. I gonna feel it. It's gonna be a feeling, and we gonna get this nut and go to sleep. Baby cakes, you know what I'm saying? So it is literally conversation first, right? Building it up. You know what I'm saying? Building up the confidence. So yeah, like, don't be bringing the mic drop, on the first encounter. You know what I'm saying? Don't be bringing the mic drop, because that's gonna be too intense. Right. The situation. Bring something like to get in touch.
And also it's the type of toy that you bring in.
Right.
Sometimes
or candy kiss.
Or you might want to bring in something that doesn't look phallic-y. It looks kind of fun and playful, and something that you can actually your partner's like, oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all talk about, okay, not only can you put it on my clitoris, but I can also put it, you know what I'm saying, in your taint area, give you a little tingle, hit that P spot for you. You know what I'm saying? Giving you all these different feels and feelings, or while giving oral, I can maybe put it, on my cheek or something and give you a different sensation. So then you feel included. You don't feel like, oh, this is just for her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I really do think that that makes a difference. It started with my husband. When we met for like 3 weeks, we didn't even talk about sex, which was amazing. Like, we talked about some of the other things. And then he found out that I sold sex toys. And he was like, oh, okay, I have some questions. And so we had a conversation first. Mm-hmm. So now, when he'd be like, bring your toy. He got his favorites. I got my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we, because we had that conversation beforehand, like, he like, I don't know why men get intimidated. It's the best thing ever. It enhances it. I only got 2 hands, and you know what I'm saying. And I can't that fast. So if I can get you with that part, and then I can be working on some other parts of the body. So it's just really all in perspective. And I think if women bring the conversation, or your partner brings it in a less intimidating way, and saying like, no, this is for both of us, then I think that will make all of the difference in the world. Seriously. Do you find, especially being Black, because for me, I was a big prude, and I always thought, I was like, Black people don't do that, or Black people don't, I was putting us in a box, like, even like with anal or something like that. I didn't think that was a Black person. I thought that was some white people shit. But at that time, before I got educated, there were so many things that I didn't think was a Black people thing. Did y'all ever like feel like, or put Black people as a monolith or in a certain box when it came to certain sex acts and things like that?
Not me. No, I don't think I have. I mean, maybe that just hadn't been my experience. But no, not necessarily put us in a box to say that we don't do these types of things right here. And I think that might be more of a media thing too, in terms of what's being put out there and things that we typically see. Imagery is important. Representation is important. So I think that's one of the things that we saw with with the sex expo. Yeah, it's not this is not a white people thing. This is this is a everybody thing. This is Black people can do this too. And not be ashamed of it.
Right, absolutely.
Like when we had Sir Marvelous and Siphon do their thing on stage, there was a lot of people that had never even seen BDSM done. So they really thought that that was for white people. They were like, what? Black people do this shit? I'm like, yeah, you're seeing two black folks literally on stage doing this shit. And they're a real life couple. They like, you know what I'm saying? It's real. So there are black people do that.
Yeah. Or if they're interested in BDSM because they don't see people that look like them or know where to go, they typically go to where? Porn. Right? So we talked about porn. Porn is entertainment. That's just like when you watch movies, it's all exaggerated, right? So it's always going to take you to the extreme.
Right.
Now, there's nothing wrong with porn. It's just in perspective and how you use it, right? But you have to understand that these are actors that are getting paid to do what it is that they do. And so you look up BDSM and you see the extreme, right? So what a lot of people said, I think you said that too, Narada, that it changed your perspective on what BDSM is.
Right.
Like so many people were like, they thinking it's just somebody tied up, whips and chains and just, you know what I'm saying? And just
but again,
slavery, that whole type of thing.
Just like
and that's a part of it,
said,
you know, but then there's the sensual part of it.
Right.
And so, representation is everything. And so that's the whole purpose of our
because
expo
you don't
is
see
to
in
give that.
porn people that look like us doing that.
Right.
It's very rare. Or when you do see it, it's like some slavery type bullshit, or like it just be too much. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, I can't vibe with that shit.
Well, you find a lot of people when you talk about BDSM, slavery was I ain't even gonna be no slave. That's the first thing people say. Right. And what I loved about Sir Marvelous is like he even he does a kink word of the day, and he talked about the definition of kink, and he was saying how, you know, of course, Google and stuff says is you know, weird and obscure and all that stuff. But he said kink, just like we go and learn about credit or all these different things, it's about really investing in yourself and in your sex life and just learning more about, you know, different aspects of, you know, just the sensual part. Kink can be, you know, you can do sensual massages. You can do, you know, just as simple as just blindfolding someone, using ice, temperature play. And so we always think of the extremes when it comes to that. And so that's the whole purpose of what we do, is that we're just really exposing people of color to all the different aspects of sex and sexuality, but at the same time helping people who already are into that kink or into that fetish to find their tribe, find people who look like them so they don't feel weird. They feel inclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's other people that look like me that like this kink or this fetish that I'm into. And so that's really what our goal is. I want to bring it back to music though. How does sex and relationships affect or impact your music?
A lot of times it serves as a muse a lot of times. Now there are times where I'll think of a thing or a person and write that out. You know, when I'm making that type of music, and I've heard some of it at the expo, is that I make the type of music that I'd like to hear in the bedroom. You know, and so I get vulgar. I talk about it. I don't sugarcoat it. I say it. I say the thing. Like
I
say whatever comes to mind. Like I don't sugarcoat it. Like those types of songs I know would never be on the radio.
Right.
Because they're so vulgar, but it helps, you know, definitely set the mood.
I don't know nowadays.
Right.
It might not be on the radio, but it's gonna be on everything else. So yeah. Okay. What about you?
See, I freestyle. So when I freestyle, I'll talk about it. I think you guys heard when I was at Poetic and I was talking real nasty, and it's just make people comfortable about sexuality. That's the whole purpose of it. Because like you said, people don't really want to. They think they want to hear about sex, but when they hear about it, then they be like, yeah, I like that.
Right.
That makes me comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, vibes, you said that. Can you repeat it? No. But no, it's sex sells, honestly. It really does. Like if you think about sex, when you think about people, how they dress and stuff, but then when you talk about sex and you rapping about sex or singing about sex, people can relate. So
yeah, definitely wanted to get your perspective on that and how that impacts your creativity, your, you know, what it is that you're doing, your vibe, all of those different things. So thank you for sharing that. We're gonna take a little do a little pivot,
Mm-hmm.
and we have what is called a spicy bag.
Okay.
And so we're gonna talk and see. So Kiki brought things that are we sell bedroom candy.
Yes.
We rock with bedroom candy because
Yes.
it's high quality products.
Period.
It's like people ask us all the time, why don't y'all create your own toys and sell it? We don't like to reinvent the wheel. And if we rocking with something that's already high quality, and I mean, we may eventually bring out different merch or something that we feel like there's a need, but it has to be for high quality. We're not gonna sell, something that you could get on Wish or Amazon and then it make your coochie smell like plastic. We not going there. You understand what I'm saying? So it looks like Kiki brought some things that are for the men.
Yes.
Because we knew that we were having some kings on our
two kings today
on our show.
Royalty.
So you guys can try them out.
Yes.
Now these say BK for men, but I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I love the scent so much that I use them.
Okay.
And so
Rhonda, let me see.
Wait, what do you have first?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. So
Go ahead.
yes. So the spicy bag this week, because I knew we were gonna have two kings on, you know what I'm saying? And I knew that they had beards, right? So it was befitting, right, to, have something a little different. So this is called the Head to Toe Balm, and it's literally a shea butter. On, and then I'm gonna do you here in just a second.
She does this at our event.
Okay.
She puts the beard oil on people and rub them and rub their hands. They feel so like pampered.
Oh yeah.
Like the men, and they just absolutely love it. And then they buy it because it smells amazing. But I'm going to tell you a quick story about the Head to Toe Balm. One of our customers, he comes every time we do events and he sees us. He buys two, one for his wife and one for him because she always steals his, right?
Oh, right.
But he's a plumber, and because Arizona has the hard water, he says this is the only shea butter or the only product that he can put on his hands, and it will moisturize it very, very nicely. Okay. And so you can rub it in. A little bit goes a long way on the entire body, and it smells amazing. You smell it?
Yeah, this is I actually bought this from Kiki at another event. Yes. She got me the same way. She rubbed it on my hand.
Yeah, that's what she does.
That's how
you know what I'm saying? She gets you. She put beard oil on this one dude's beard, and then ended up rubbing it all on his hand. He was like, "Now you can't do all of that to me."
Just like that.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, she pampers them and just gives them, because a lot of men don't pamper themselves. A lot of men don't take the time to, get a massage. Do y'all like massages from like your partners?
Absolutely.
There's a story behind that.
Ooh, what's the story?
I can say no. I had a bad experience. So
oh, wow.
Unless somebody give me a better experience, no.
Oh, they didn't know what they were doing?
They were grunting, sound like all kinds of stuff.
They were massaging you, or you were massaging them?
They were massaging me, and they're like, ugh. Oh yeah, you like that? I'm like, oh no, your voice, the trajectory, you just changed the whole mood.
So, ladies, don't do that. Don't do that to your partner making all them crazy noise.
You're welcome.
So, I think that's a great thing to do, like with your partner.
Oh man, I love this.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing is to take a massage. Here's a tip of the day: take a massage class or something. Like have somebody, a masseuse, come in and just teach y'all techniques. Somebody will come in and just teach y'all little techniques to help each other out. One, so you don't hurt them and make the situation worse. But two, is a sensual massage. That's part of foreplay.
Yeah, I went to school to be a massage therapist and everything.
Yeah, so some of us haven't, and so we need a professional to teach us just little simple things to do. Like, we're not trying to, you still need a professional if you got issues, you know what I'm saying? But just someone to teach like a few techniques just to relax your partner and make them feel good, blindfold them or do some little sexual things. And, I think that's a cool little date night. Bring a masseuse in, do a little class, and then have the masseuse go, and then y'all can do that at another time.
So with bedroom candy, again, men products, we have a bunch of different men's products. People are surprised on just how much men's stuff we carry. So this is actually the shaving cream. We don't get to talk about it a lot, but I'm going to let you guys smell it. Again, this is when you decide you want to cut off your crown, you see what I'm saying? This is for that. But
it softens the hair.
Yeah, it does. It's like a
conditioner. Like for coarse hair and stuff like that. It will soften it, which will, prevent a lot of the ingrown hairs coming back when you shave. You know what? I love my husband when he has this beard. Yeah. When he shaves it all off, I be like, he walk in the room, I be like, who are you? Wow. Where's my husband?
A little different.
But every now and then he'll just, he'd be like, I just wanted to start over. Or he might have made a mistake or something. So he'll just cut it all off. But the reason why he doesn't use a lot of the arrows is because I use it. He was like, we ain't smelling the same. I can't smell the same with you. But he does love, the beard oil, because the beard oil is really cool. Oh, now we bringing out the phallic toy.
Hell of a transition.
Yeah.
So we talked about toys, and we talked about, okay, so in something like this is one of the toys that we have. It is called our vitamin D. And now Candy at first did not want to bring out a phallic-y looking toy. Most of the toys that we have are very beautiful. Sometimes you can't even tell it's a toy, but we use it for our demonstration. You do, and so many women wanted a toy that looked like a penis. Like if you don't have a partner, and this one is suction, and it literally looks like, it's veiny. It looks like an actual penis, but you could be in the shower, kind of stick that on and, go at it, have at it until you have a partner. Or if you like double penetration, you can do that with your partner. Your partner, in one hole and the toy is in another hole. So that's another little, because double penetration, what it does is it causes like a pressure. Because, the anus and the vagina are very close to each other. So you can feel that pressure, and it just takes that feeling to a whole nother level. So it's like having a partner in the bedroom with you without having another person there, but still giving your partner that experience, that double penetration experience. But what Kiki is showing is our helping hand, which gives it is a male masturbation sleeve. Y'all know, you guys have heard of like pocket pussies and stuff like that. So this is and this one doesn't look like an actual pussy. It's just a male masturbation sleeve. And with lube, of course, she uses lube. We are proponents of lube, period. Lube. And all these, a lot of people, I got the WAP. Okay, you can have all the WAP you want, but you need to always make sure you have lube, because anything can happen. At my age, I thought I
dry up, ladies.
Yeah, and I had menopause. I didn't go through menopause, but I had a hysterectomy, and I was concerned. I still, you know what I'm saying? I still get wet and stuff like that, but my husband and I, we make sure that we use lube, because the last thing we want, I don't want him forcing himself and you causing tears and things like that.
Micro tears are very serious. Especially if your man is very well endowed. So, micro tears, fissure tears, things like that, those definitely happen if you are not lubricated properly. So if you're not properly lubricated, that can definitely happen, right? So we want to be well lubricated all the way around. So that's why we advocate TLC, toy, lube, cleaner, right? It's very important. So the reason why I brought this one out today is because we have two kings, right? And sometimes they have their alone time, you know what I'm saying? But this is great with a partner, and I'm going to tell you why it's great for a partner. This here is actually one of my favorites, and this gets the party going for so many different reasons. Jared's never seen me do it, but Narada has seen me do it a couple of times. And it shocks people a little bit when I do this technique a little bit. So I have to bust this microphone just a little bit.
Yeah. But make it do what it do.
So I gotta move this microphone just a little bit, family. So.
But it gives a different sensation, like if you have a partner that's giving you oral sex. So with that, there, you know what I'm saying? When someone is giving you oral sex, now you've got that working the penis, but then you also got the filling of the mouth on the penis. And also that can be flipped on the other side, and you can even get, you see the outside, how the texture. You can also do that, and you see how she's also extending it and pulling it. So it's so many different ways that you can use it. The best way
to do this toy is this.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's an awesome show. Easter Sunday, let's go.
So you getting the different sensations of the mouth. You also getting the different sensations from the male masturbation sleeve, and then afterwards too, because of course
it pops right out once you're about to come
right. So if you have women, there are some women who don't swallow, and
which is a shame.
You know what? Stop. Okay, we're not gonna listen. I was just out last night and I told somebody that I don't swallow.
Right.
And they were like, "You're a sex educator." I was like, "That don't mean that I swallow because I'm a sex educator. I know that it exists. You know, I know that people do it. I just don't do it." I was like, "Don't be shaming me because I don't swallow." You know what I'm saying? But if for women who don't swallow or partners who don't swallow, we try to be inclusive. Mm-hmm. You can use the male masturbation sleeve to catch the ejaculate. So, and it'll house everything in there for easy cleanup. Okay. So that's the cool thing about it too. And
it's the best. Like, ladies, if your man is very well endowed, which this is 7.5 inches, and it's a 1/2 inch in diameter. So that's the average size. Most men are about 6 to 7 inches hard. So it is perfect. Notice I never deep throated on this thing, right? I never deep throated. And so this is perfect. So if you're having lockjaw issues, if you're trying to open your mouth as wide as you can and you can't get all the way down deep, to the belly, to the root of the thing, you know what I'm talking about? This is perfect for you. He's still having an enjoyment. You still enjoying it. It's a good time. So again, this product we highly recommend for those who can't be like me, a TKO champ. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She the throat goat. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a throat goat. The other thing too is it's also good. I had a friend of mine who they had a partner who, due to trauma that they suffer, where sex is painful, and like even just like when they're inserting their penis, it just hurt. And so of course you can use the dilators, which help with like vaginismus, or if you have cancer and things like that, that can help. They have them at different levels that can help open up the vagina opening. But in that instance too, I had suggested too, this was before we had the dilators, to use, or if your partner's too well endowed, and sometimes they can go too far and hurt, by using the helping hand, it makes sure that the penis doesn't go too far in and cause pain. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of different ways that you can use it. And then also if your partner is going on vacation or going somewhere, you can pack that and be like, okay, you can, you have that when you're on vacation and I'm not around. You know what I'm saying? You think of me, or y'all can call each other and video each other, because I love video sex. I love it. Like calling my partner and we just be on the phone doing stuff with each other. And they can masturbate while y'all talking and use the male masturbation sleeve. So a helping hand is a good friend in the bedroom for anybody. Anybody, whether you're a solo, couple, group play, whatever it is, helping hand is a treat for everyone. So that was our spicy bag corner. Thank you guys for
I think Jerran was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, yeah. Narada's used to my nasty shit, so he's just like, he fine with it. But Jerran, this is his first time, so I had to go a little light, because, you know, I be real nasty.
That was a little light.
Yeah, that was a light. Yeah,
you haven't been to one of our shows.
Yeah,
I'm going to the next one. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, let me just be kind, because Jerran's all about vibes and shit.
Right, and she used our flavored lube.
Yes.
Which is water-based.
Yes.
That one is green apple.
Yes.
Those are great. Like, put a little bit on the clitoris.
Yes.
And then, you know, they always say lips linger longer when it tastes delicious. It doesn't have sugar in it, so it's okay to put it on the clitoris. Again, you don't want. I remember when I was younger and first started having sexual experiences, we used to watch TV and we thought, ooh, let's go to the store and get some whipped cream and all this shit, and it was the stickiest, nastiest, gross experience ever. Don't do that if you're buying whipped creams or different things like that. Make sure that is sugar-free and it is for the use of sex. So don't go to the store and be buying dairy products and stuff.
I have a trick, and it's called the explosion technique. I do have a trick. It will be on our Patreon very soon. I will do that trick. And so...
Well, don't tell it.
No, I'm not going to tell it, but I will say this. After you do it, you got to immediately go to the shower. Immediately. You can't do that like on the beach or somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be where there's water around and some soap and some hot water. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to the Patreon, because the Patreon about to be hot. Hot. So, because I got 75 techniques on how to, you know, suck that.
That's what I said. She gonna have to do the 75 techniques on.
Because she don't be sucking dick, friend.
Who don't suck dick?
You don't, friend. You don't be out here in these.
I don't be sucking.
Yeah, she don't be doing that.
Wait, hold her.
Don't be doing that. I gotta do all the work. I gotta do all the work.
She do all the work,
Yeah,
and she do that in the show. I have my strengths and things that I focus on. She have her strengths, but in the bedroom,
okay,
I don't have no complaints. Trust me, no complaints.
It be out there, friend. It be stuff.
No complaints.
Okay, it'll be out there. But
I got receipts and everything. What on all these damn reality shows? They be like, I got the receipts.
I got the
receipts. No. But. That's what she's good at. So I'm like, go on, you do that one. And then, you know, I have my thing. That's the cool thing about partnerships, because like, this is my business lover. We call each other business lovers because it's like a marriage, really. Right. And like, we know our strengths, and we work on those different. We work to those different strengths. She ain't rubbing on
nobody. I'll be like, friend,
she do the rubbing.
Yeah, I have to.
And then I close the deal. I'm like, come over here, get the stuff. Let me pack it up for you, and that'll be, you know, $25.99.
Just go on and give your credit card.
You know what I'm saying? I do my part. I do my part. I got to suck dick.
I got to rub on these niggas. I got to touch on them.
Yeah, she act like it's a problem. She loved it. What she do? She pulled that shit out and started sucking on the too. Right. Right, I'm the throat goat.
Yeah,
so like, go there, might be the throat goat.
Watching on this, on this program, be like, oh, she ready,
All right, Vibes with Jerran, you have got to tell people how to follow you, where they can get your music, all of that shit.
All right, so all social media platforms is Vibes with Jerran. So Snapchat, IG, YouTube. I got a YouTube channel. The Vibes with Jerran show is on Spotify. So I suggest you guys check that out. I'm going to do recordings every week. So I only have 2 recordings right now, introductory and something to help everybody out. So
cool.
All Vibes with Jerran.
Awesome. Narada.
All right. I can be found at Narada Jay at Narada Jay 803 on all platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. I do have an album coming out. Whatever Friday's date is, it drops Friday at midnight.
Hey.
Oh, okay. And where can they find it?
It'll be on all platforms. So Apple Music, Spotify,
all
Pandora, iHeartRadio, Tidal, all that.
So make sure And you say you got music out too, right?
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud. It should be on everything right now.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's on everything right now.
Yeah, you guys, we gotta support. We gotta support y'all.
Download.
So definitely
Appreciate
download, listen to the music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Get them sexy vibes and feelings, all the feels. We want all the feels. And make sure you guys go to Poetic Soul on Wednesdays.
Start at 8 o'clock.
Here in Phoenix at 8 o'clock, and you go see Vibes with Jerran and Narada. You should get up there, and it's pretty cool. I think you sign up.
Yeah, you gotta be there a little bit early.
You get there early, you sign up, and you get on. I mean, I literally went there, and I got to read my one poem that I wrote. That I was trying to get back with somebody who lived in Michigan, and I was like writing them a poem to say, why don't we have a long distance relationship? They played me on the shit. It was like, no. But the poem was fire. So I was like, oh shit. Okay, maybe I got a little skills.
Poet's getting bigger. So like any local artist that's trying to get out there, you need to get out there because he's shutting down that place.
And I didn't know the restaurant was black owned. It's a black owned restaurant because it's a Mexican restauant, but it's black owned.
Yeah, it's called Coyote's Mexican Cuisine. So,
it's
downtown. Well,
it's 12th Street.
12th Street. Yeah, I'm still
12th Street in Northern.
About Club Downtown. Yeah. Let me do the wrong information. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Every now and then, like, I definitely have to, come back and check it out. I haven't been in a while.
Yeah,
she don't go on a school night, but it's on my side of town. So I'm definitely gonna come through and check you out. So I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to come. Is there anything else you guys want to share? You want to say before we close out?
No, we can just take a moment to celebrate the two of you. Y'all,
exactly.
I love y'all.
Appreciate y'all queens for doing what y'all do.
Y'all love what y'all do. Keep doing it.
Yeah. We'll take our flowers.
We do this for y'all, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, this podcast has literally been in my belly, like sitting like well over a decade. And just like the expo, before I even met Nisha, that was sitting in my belly. So this is literally, creating and literally giving birth. I have, don't have any children. So this is my baby. Like, this is our baby. So we just want to say thank you for even coming on the show and being a part of history, man.
Yeah. And the whole purpose of this podcast, we talk about sex, love, and the Black experience, but we also are about collaboration.
Yes.
We're about giving people a platform.
Yes.
Letting people know who you are, where you are. And that's the whole purpose of our expo too. Our goal is that you know how people go to Essence Fest or people go to, different festivals all over, that people annually will be like, we going to Phoenix for the Melanated Sex Expo, and we want to highlight the people that are here.
Yes.
Of course, eventually it's going to get bigger and more people are going to come from everywhere, but we always going to give, a platform for our local people. So when people come here, they know that Phoenix is popping and what's going on. And, for the melanated folks. So,
exactly.
And or the people that love melanated folks. So thank you guys so much for joining our podcast. And this is Sex, Love, and the Black Experience. And thank you so much for listening. Have a good night or a good day, whatever. Thank you for watching Sex, Love, and the Black Experience podcast. Please continue to tune in and keep watching. And follow us at omgoddesses.com. Join our VIP list. Or Facebook and IG at omgoddesses20 and Twitter at omgoddesses.